Summer blockbuster season might be winding down, but August still has plenty of big names and fun surprises. Welcome back, everyone. I'm Matthew, and this is CineGold. There's a little bit of everything this month, from action, horror, comedies, and thrillers. There's a lot to get to, so let's go ahead and jump right in.
That was awesome.
The first day of August sees the return of the legendary slapstick comedy franchise. It's Naked Gun, which is the fourth film in the franchise, and it is a legacy sequel to 1994's Naked Gun 33 1/3. The latest film stars Liam Neeson as Frank Drebin Jr., the son of the famously clueless cop from the original series and movies, who was played by Leslie Nielsen. It's being directed by Akiva Schaffer, who is one of the members of Lonely Island and director of the 2007 film Hot Rod, so that should tell you what type of humor this will be. The Naked Gun will be dropping in theaters on August 1st. But if you're not a big fan of comedies, there's a Lionsgate crime thriller releasing on the same day called Rides Shotgun. This is based on the award-winning Jordan Harper novel about an ex-con who goes on the run with his daughter when his enemies attempt to track him down. It stars Kingsman and Carry On star Taron Egerton and is directed by Calm with Horses director Nick Rowland. Rides Shotgun hits theaters on August 1st. Eddie Murphy is back this month with a brand new heist comedy movie, also starring Pete Davidson, called The Pickup. This Prime Video movie is about two armored truck drivers whose day takes a wild turn when they are ambushed by ruthless criminals. It comes from director Tim Story, who is probably most known for the Ice Cube Kevin Hart franchise Ride Along. The Pickup will release on Amazon Prime Video on the 6th. Next up is easily my most anticipated horror movie of 2025. This is called Weapons, and it comes from Zach Kreger, the writer and director of 2022 horror film Barbarian. Barbarian was one of the most original and most surprising horror films to come out in years, and movie studios took notice, sparking a huge bidding war over the creator's next film. That film is Weapons, and it looks to be just as mysterious and creepy as Barbarian's. I'm not even going to read the synopsis for it because Kreger's films are the type that are best to go into knowing nothing at all. Weapons will hit theaters on August 8th, and after that is the sequel to one of the most unexpected action hits to come along in years.
I understand protecting your sister, but there are other ways to handle things.
This is Nobody 2, the sequel to the brutal and hilarious action thriller that came out back in 2021. It again stars Bob Odenkirk, but seems to be upping the ante in a few other ways. It's bringing in director Timo Giganto, who was behind the brutal sleeper hit The Night Comes For Us, and also brings back the writer of the original film and the John Wick movies, Derek Kolstad. It seems as if they are trying to turn Nobody into a big action franchise. We'll see if Nobody 2 can live up to the original when it hits theaters on the 15th. Then three big name directors are all dropping movies on the 22nd, starting with one of the Coen brothers, Ethan Coen. His latest film is called Honey Don't, and it's a detective comedy that's the second in a supposed trilogy of movies, along with 2024's Drive Away Dolls and a yet to be released film. Honey Don't stars Margaret Qualley, Aubrey Plaza, and Chris Evans. It's about a private investigator who checks out a series of deaths tied to a mysterious church. Honey Don't drops in theaters on the 22nd. Then Ron Howard, the prolific filmmaker behind such films as Apollo 13 and A Beautiful Mind, has a new survival thriller movie dropping this month called Eden.
You're a traitor. I will not let you destroy us. Shut up!
Eden is based on the true story of a group of Europeans who decide to settle on an island in the Galapagos, attempting to create a utopia, but soon find that their greatest danger is each other. Eden stars Jude Law, Ana de Armas, and Vanessa Kirby. It releases in theaters on August 22nd. And the third big name director dropping a movie on the 22nd is Spike Lee. His latest film is called Highest to Lowest, and it's a crime thriller about a Titan music mogul who is targeted with a ransom plot, forcing him into a life or death moral dilemma. Highest to Lowest will star Denzel Washington and will drop in theaters on the 22nd and on Apple TV Plus a couple of weeks later. Netflix subscribers have at least one big movie to look forward to this month. It's called The Thursday Murder Club, and it's based on the best-selling crime novel by Richard Osman. It's about a group of retirees who spend their free time solving cold case murders. The Thursday Murder Club has some pretty big names behind it as well, including director Chris Chris Columbus, who is behind some of the Harry Potter and Home Alone movies. Plus, there's the ensemble cast of Helen Mirren, Pierce Brosnan, and Ben Kingsley. The Thursday Murder Club will release on Netflix on the 28th. Then if you're down for something a little weird and nostalgic at the same time, you can check out The Toxic Avenger.
I wasn't even involved, but sometimes you gotta do something.
This is a remake of the 1984 film of the same name. Kind of a strange movie for a remake. The original film was kind of a B-horror movie that became a cult classic. The Toxic Avenger again follows a janitor who falls into toxic waste, turning him into a superhero. The black comedy splatter film will star Peter Dinklage and will hit select theaters on the 29th. Then I still have a bunch more new August movies that I'm just gonna run through real quick. All these will be in theaters on August 1st. You can check out The Bad Guys 2. This is a sequel to the 2022 animated heist comedy. A week later, you can check out Freakier Friday. This is a sequel to the 2003 film Freaky Friday, and it again stars Lindsay Lohan and Jamie Lee Curtis. Sydney Sweeney leads an offbeat crime comedy about a stolen shirt called Americana that drops on the 15th. Also on the 15th is the sword and sorcery reboot film Red Sonja, which is based on the Robert E. Howard character. David Mackenzie, director of the film Hell or High Water, has a brand new thriller movie dropping this month called Relay. It releases on the 22nd, and Splitsville, an indie comedy about a couple navigating their messy divorce, also drops on the 22nd. Austin Powers director Jay Roach has a new black comedy film starring Benedict Cumberbatch called The Roses. It releases on the 29th. And finally, Darren Aronofsky, the critically acclaimed director of The Wrestler and Black Swan, has a new movie called Caught Stealing that also releases on the 29th. That is everything for August 2025. Quite a lot of movies. Anything stand out to you? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks again for watching, everyone. I will see you again soon.